right, Lakers fans, let's dive deep into the latest chatter surrounding one of the NBA's most intriguing potential moves. As the offseason winds down and training camp looms on the horizon, the conversation around Andrew Wiggins and the Los Angeles Lakers refuses to die down. All summer, his name has been linked to the purple and gold. And as we inch closer to the trade deadline, it seems inevitable that the speculation will only intensify. The central question, though, is whether this potential addition would truly change the trajectory of the team or if it's simply another intriguing storyline to follow. From the outset, Wiggins brings a level of versatility that is hard to ignore. His capacity to switch defensively across multiple positions, guarding anyone from the 1 to the 3, makes him an immediate asset in any lineup. Pairing that defensive skill set with his ability to create offense, both for himself and for teammates, offers the Lakers a kind of two-way presence that the roster has been yearning for. He is not just a standard 3-and-D wing. He can handle the ball, read the floor, and make plays in ways that complement stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Imagine integrating someone like Wiggins into the starting lineup alongside LeBron, Anthony Davis, and even a rising star like Austin Reeves or a dynamic big man. The impact on both ends of the floor could be transformative. On the offensive side, his ability to stretch the floor, drive, and finish at the rim opens up space for LeBron and the other playmakers. On defense, the Lakers could finally deploy a lineup capable of switching multiple positions seamlessly, a tactic that has become a hallmark of the league's most successful teams. But while the talent Wiggins brings is undeniable, the Lakers' front office faces complex calculations beyond pure basketball value. Trades are rarely straightforward, especially when dealing with players of Wiggins' caliber and existing contracts. It isn't as simple as exchanging one player for another. There are salaries to match, multiple players to move, potential third-team involvement, and future draft considerations. The Lakers, for example, are cautious about giving up their future first-round picks, knowing that building through the draft remains a crucial element of long-term success. They also need to maintain flexibility to pursue even larger moves, potentially aiming for franchise-altering stars in the future. The strategic chess game of assembling a championship roster requires patience, foresight, and a willingness to let the season play out before making dramatic moves. That said, the allure of Wiggins is strong, especially when considering the Lakers' current roster composition. They have the foundational stars, they have the experience, but there are gaps, particularly in wing defense and two-way versatility. Adding Wiggins could immediately elevate their perimeter defense while providing scoring options that complement the existing core. There's also the dynamic of player development to consider. Young talents like Austin Reeves or potential breakout contributors like Jared Vanderbilt could emerge as reliable two-way players, potentially reducing the urgency to acquire Wiggins. If Vanderbilt or someone similar hits their stride, the Lakers might opt to wait, evaluating how the roster gels before committing significant assets to a trade. This patience allows for the possibility of entering the trade market with more clarity on the team's needs, rather than rushing into a move that might later prove unnecessary. On the flip side, waiting carries risks. If Miami or another team shows a willingness to move Wiggins at the right price, the Lakers would need to be ready to act swiftly. The balance between strategic patience and opportunistic aggression is delicate and requires careful navigation by the front office. Another layer to this scenario is the financial aspect. Wiggins' contract, while significant, could be strategically absorbed in trade to align with the Lakers' long-term cap plans. Clearing salaries and creating room for future marquee acquisitions could make him an appealing piece beyond just his on-court contributions. This financial maneuvering is critical because the Lakers aim to maintain flexibility for potential blockbuster acquisitions while also building a roster capable of contending immediately. Considering on-court fit, Wiggins' ability to defend the best opposing wing player every night and simultaneously provide secondary scoring makes him a particularly intriguing target. The Lakers could deploy him in lineups that emphasize switchable defense, pairing him with versatile athletes who can guard multiple positions. The combination of LeBron's court vision Anthony Davis's defensive presence and Wiggins' two-way skills would create a lineup that is not only versatile, but also extremely difficult to navigate for opponents. Offensively, Wiggins can contribute without dominating the ball, fitting seamlessly into schemes that prioritize movement, spacing, and maximizing the impact of primary scorers. Defensively, he could take on the most challenging assignments, relieving other players and allowing the Lakers to rotate effectively. This dual impact, enhancing both offense and defense, underscores why the conversation around Wiggins remains persistent. Beyond the immediate tactical advantages, there's also the psychological and cultural dimension. Adding a player of Wiggins' experience and skill could inject energy into the locker room and provide the kind of veteran presence that meshes well with established stars. His ability to understand roles, contribute consistently, and adapt to team needs aligns with what the Lakers are building toward: a cohesive, championship-caliber unit. It's also worth noting that while Wiggins represents a clear upgrade in certain areas, the Lakers roster is already robust. Players like Marcus Smart or a breakout guard could alleviate some of the needs that Wiggins would address, making the decision more nuanced. The front office must weigh the potential benefits against the costs and logistical complexities of a trade, considering not only the current season, but also the long-term trajectory of the team. The dialogue surrounding Wiggins is a perfect example of the modern NBA's trade calculus, where talent evaluation, roster fit, financial strategy, and future planning intersect. It is not merely about adding a star. It is about constructing a sustainable, competitive environment that maximizes both immediate and future potential. Wiggins could fill a significant role, particularly as a perimeter defender and versatile scorer, but the Lakers' decision will likely hinge on broader strategic objectives. Do they prioritize immediate improvement with a calculated risk, or do they maintain patience, allowing younger players to develop and waiting for a more advantageous opportunity? These considerations are further complicated by external factors. Miami's intentions, the dynamics of the trade market, and the salaries involved all contribute to the calculus. Any move must make sense not only for the Lakers, but also for the team trading Wiggins and for Wiggins himself, ensuring that his next destination aligns with his career goals and maximizes his impact. The complexity of this scenario illustrates why speculation alone cannot dictate the Lakers' approach. Every potential trade carries cascading effects, impacting roster flexibility, future picks, salary cap management, and chemistry. The team must navigate these elements carefully, balancing short-term gains with long-term planning. Wiggins' fit, while promising, is just one piece of a larger strategic puzzle. Continuing with the Lakers' potential maneuvering around Andrew Wiggins, it's essential to delve deeper into the strategic implications of adding a player of his caliber and the ways it could reshape the team's identity on both ends of the court. The Lakers have a mix of seasoned stars, emerging talents, and role players who each bring something unique, but there are still critical areas where a versatile wing like Wiggins could unlock new levels of performance. On defense, the Lakers have occasionally struggled with consistent perimeter coverage, particularly against elite scorers who demand attention and force switches. Wiggins' ability to guard multiple positions, especially when paired with switch-heavy defenders like Marcus Smart, opens the door to more flexible defensive schemes. Imagine a lineup where Wiggins, Smart, and Jared Vanderbilt rotate effortlessly between the 1, 2, and 3 positions, forcing opposing offenses into uncomfortable situations. They can trap, rotate, hedge, and recover with speed and efficiency, allowing LeBron and Anthony Davis to conserve energy for pivotal moments while maintaining defensive intensity. Offensively, Wiggins adds a layer of unpredictability that the Lakers have sought. He can create for himself without monopolizing possessions, can read defensive rotations, and has the capacity to make high-level passes when necessary. This complements players like LeBron, who thrives on orchestrating the offense, and Davis, whose post presence requires attention and can open up spacing for perimeter shooters. Wiggins' presence could allow the Lakers to deploy multiple offensive sets, from high pick-and-roll schemes to off-ball motion plays, taking advantage of his versatility in both spot-up and transition situations. The potential lineups are compelling. Picture a small ball five with LeBron handling initiations, Davis anchoring the paint, Wiggins operating as a dynamic forward, Reeves or a similar wing providing shooting and secondary playmaking, and Smart controlling switches and defensive assignments. This group could dominate possessions both in half-court sets and fast-break scenarios, giving the Lakers an adaptable lineup that responds to multiple styles of play. Beyond traditional lineups, Wiggins' ability to slot into different roles allows the coaching staff to experiment with rotational patterns that maximize rest for stars while maintaining competitive intensity. This kind of depth and flexibility is crucial in the grueling NBA season, especially when injuries, matchups, and momentum swings require constant adaptation. Yet, the integration of Wiggins is not without its challenges. Chemistry is always a critical factor, even with veteran players who understand their roles. While Wiggins has built his career understanding defensive and offensive responsibilities, syncing with LeBron, Davis, and other Lakers contributors will require deliberate preparation during practices and early season games. Fortunately, his professional experience suggests he is capable of assimilating efficiently, minimizing potential friction and maximizing impact from the moment he steps on the floor. Another layer to consider is the financial and logistical complexity of acquiring Wiggins. His contract is significant, meaning any trade must carefully balance salaries and potential long-term cap implications. The Lakers need to ensure that adding Wiggins does not compromise their flexibility to pursue other high-profile acquisitions in the future. This might involve creative trade structures, multiple players, or even third-team involvement to make the numbers align while maintaining the strategic flexibility for seasons to come. Additionally, the Lakers' own emerging players like Reeves and Vanderbilt factor heavily into the calculus. If these players continue to develop as reliable two-way contributors, the urgency of acquiring Wiggins diminishes. Conversely, if early season performances indicate gaps that Wiggins could seamlessly fill, the trade conversation could accelerate. It's a delicate balance between patience and proactivity, requiring the front office to constantly evaluate both on-court performance and off-court variables. The potential impact of Wiggins extends beyond individual contributions. His presence could reshape the Lakers' identity, shifting the team into a more versatile, switch-heavy, defensively dominant squad capable of handling multiple styles of offense. The ability to run lineups that can defend the 1 through the 4 with flexibility in the 3 and 4 positions provides strategic advantages in both the regular season and the playoffs. This kind of adaptability is increasingly critical in a league where speed, switching, and floor spacing dictate outcomes more than traditional positional roles. Furthermore, Wiggins' ability to handle defensive pressure while contributing offensively provides the Lakers with a reliable secondary scoring option, particularly in high-stakes games where defenses clamp down on primary stars. His presence would force opponents to respect multiple threats simultaneously, which opens lanes, creates mismatches, and allows LeBron and Davis to operate with greater freedom. The Lakers' coaching staff would have the opportunity to design sets that leverage Wiggins' strengths, deploying him in motion-heavy offenses, pick-and-roll scenarios, and isolation opportunities while maintaining defensive integrity. Strategically, acquiring Wiggins also influences roster management and future planning. By adding a two-way wing, the Lakers could explore trades or rotations that clear space for other acquisitions, balancing immediate championship aspirations with long-term flexibility. This delicate dance of short-term gains versus long-term planning is emblematic of modern NBA management, where every move has cascading consequences for both performance and financial health. The potential combinations of Wiggins with other stars open up creative lineups that maximize versatility. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, The Los Angeles Lakers shook the sports world last night in a move that has sent shockwaves through the NBA and left fans and pundits alike scrambling to process the sheer audacity of the franchise's latest maneuvers. Rumors have been circulating for weeks about potential trades, whispers of front office deals, and hints dropped in interviews by executives and agents. But nobody could have anticipated what unfolded in the early hours of the night. In a stunning sequence of transactions that seemed almost orchestrated for maximum drama, the Lakers secured both Jeremy Grant and Andrew Wiggins, two highly coveted talents, in moves that immediately repositioned the team as a legitimate powerhouse in the Western Conference. Sources close to the team suggest that these acquisitions were the culmination of months of strategic planning, with Lakers management meticulously assessing contracts, player fit, and long-term potential before pulling the trigger. The NBA community erupted in speculation, with analysts dissecting every possible outcome, from the impact on team chemistry to how these additions might alter LeBron James's role in the coming seasons. Social media exploded with fan reactions ranging from unbridled excitement to cautious optimism, as the sheer scale of these trades has left the league buzzing. While official statements remained diplomatically measured, insiders hinted at a calculated risk, one that could redefine the Lakers' identity and send a clear signal to every contender that Los Angeles is no longer content with mediocrity. The timing of these transactions, occurring on the same night, adds an almost cinematic quality to the unfolding drama, fueling endless debate among commentators, bloggers, and casual fans alike. Observers noted the precision and swiftness of the moves, suggesting an unusual alignment of opportunity and execution rarely seen in modern sports. Jeremy Grant, known for his versatility, defensive prowess, and ability to stretch the floor, brings a new dimension to the Lakers roster, complementing the established stars and providing Coach Darvin Ham with strategic flexibility that could prove invaluable in high-stakes playoff situations. Meanwhile, Andrew Wiggins, whose journey has oscillated between skepticism and acclaim, offers a potent combination of athleticism, scoring ability, and experience in high-pressure scenarios, particularly in championship contexts. The convergence of these two acquisitions has led to a whirlwind of speculation about how the team's rotations will adjust, whether defensive schemes will shift to accommodate Grant's skill set, and how Wiggins' offensive production will be leveraged without disrupting the delicate balance of established chemistry. Industry insiders suggest that while the moves are bold, they are far from reckless, pointing to extensive scouting reports, advanced analytics, and insider consultations that all seem to converge into this one decisive moment. Fans, meanwhile, have taken to forums and social platforms to map out potential lineups, trade repercussions, and a myriad what-ifs that now dominate basketball discourse, turning what would normally be a quiet night into a frenzy of speculation, debate, and excitement. The financial ramifications of the Lakers' double acquisition also present a labyrinthine puzzle that has left economists and sports business analysts equally captivated. The intricacies of salary cap management, luxury tax considerations, and contract negotiations have become central talking points in post-trade discussions, with each angle examined under the microscope of both legality and strategic foresight. Reports suggest that front office strategists worked tirelessly to ensure the trades would be compliant while preserving long-term flexibility, an endeavor that requires both visionary foresight and meticulous calculation. Beyond the numbers, there is a psychological dimension at play, with teammates and opponents alike processing what this seismic shift means for the team dynamic. Locker room chemistry, a notoriously fragile yet critical aspect of championship contention, now faces a test of integration, with veteran leadership, young talent, and newly introduced stars needing to synchronize quickly. Analysts speculate on whether the Lakers' coaching staff will prioritize defensive cohesion, offensive spacing, or a hybrid approach tailored to maximize Grant and Wiggins' unique strengths. Every conversation, from the broadcast booths to online fan forums, revolves around these variables, creating a sense of anticipation akin to waiting for a high-stakes drama to unfold. The Lakers' bold gamble, therefore, is not merely a roster upgrade. It is a calculated statement, a declaration that the franchise is willing to embrace uncertainty and potential disruption in pursuit of a championship, leaving the entire league in a state of heightened alert and rumor-fueled speculation. Amid the media frenzy, the reactions of the players themselves have become a focal point of intrigue and discussion, with insiders suggesting subtle but telling cues in interviews, social media posts, and training sessions. Jeremy Grant's cryptic remarks about joining a team with vision and Wiggins's understated acknowledgement of exciting challenges ahead have fueled endless speculation about chemistry, leadership dynamics, and locker room hierarchy. Fans have interpreted every gesture, post, and quote, attempting to discern how these personalities will mesh with the Lakers' established stars, particularly LeBron James and Anthony Davis, whose own on-court synergy could be influenced by the newcomers' playing styles. Coaches, analysts, and former players have weighed in on how these additions might influence rotation patterns, defensive assignments, and scoring distributions, resulting in a flurry of predictive modeling and scenario analysis. Sports talk shows have dedicated entire segments to theorizing about the strategic motives behind the trades, with some suggesting a bold, almost audacious vision of immediate contention, while others hint at a more calculated, gradual approach to team development. Every whisper, every insider tip, every subtle nod has been magnified into a rumor ecosystem where fans and pundits alike attempt to parse truth or conjecture. The atmosphere surrounding the Lakers has become electric, a rare blend of anticipation. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.